like this in an actual show since 2007 when I left the US. And I've been in Canada ever since. Hallelujah! Yeah. So, you know, back in the day, it was a business card and a CD. So I put up posters. I knew how to do that, and some of you came with posters. So I'm very, very grateful to all the new people who came who didn't even know who the random old lady was. And I really appreciate all my friends coming to support me. Thank you, everybody, for showing. It's so sweet. It's so great for me because this is what I do. I have so many freaking songs, and it's a huge backlog, and then they're in weird categories, so you're just going to have a little whiplash as I go back and forth, okay? Anyway, I can't be in the Irish Heather without singing a song for my dad. He was a man of few words. He was basically reclusive, but he was very eloquent whenever he spoke. And he also would make up little words, which afterwards I realized, oh, those are kind of like Irish scat. Usually people have skeletons in the closet, but in our house we had a very scary basement, and so in honor of Halloween, and anyway, the truth, that's why it says there's skeletons in the basement. Okay, I've been writing songs since I was 11. I finally realized that I have a group of songs that would be called quirky, wordy songs. And yeah, there's nothing else you can say about that. So a lot of them are probably good for people of my age to, you know, help with lessening the number of senior moments. If you can sing these songs, then you're doing pretty good. The hardest one to remember is this song, and that would be, you know, right up my dad's alley. He would think that was funny. He has a weird sense of humor, tell me.
And you have songbooks available.
Oh yeah, and this songbook, the Quirky Wordy Songbook, is available. It's a handmade songbook. It's back there on my merch table. Dear Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. He kept all his skeletons Nancy locked up in the cellar, and he never let them out no matter how much you'd yell. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. You got it. Daddy Dunn, la 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 la. Daddy Dunn loved his cats and his well-worn chair. You could push and clean and pout, you couldn't get him out of there. You could whine and complain, well he just didn't care. Daddy Dunn was a homebody extraordinaire. Daddy Dunn knew the dictionary inside and out, which was apparent on the rare occasion when you heard him shout very difficult and obscure words to his wife devout, or perhaps to his daughters who were dribbling about. You got it. Oh, Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. He kept all his skeletons as he locked up in the cellar, and he never let them out no matter how much you'd yell. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. Daddy Dunn was well read, and he did it every day, from the Wall Street Journal to New York Daily. He'd touch you with anything about the Milky Way or any other subject just to keep you squared away. Daddy Dunn liked whining, it was tea and beer. If you came to his door, he put you in great cheer. His mind was sharp and his eyes were clear. He'd keep you informed of the calendar year. Dear Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. He kept all his skeletons and he locked up in the cellar, and he never let them out no matter how much you'd yell. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. Daddy Dunn might tell you up to bed, you better skedaddle, or sometimes he'd change it to relay. You better skedaddle over meals he parlay. Now do not dilly daddle, but it seems only mother uttered, oh fiddle faddle. Dear Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. He kept all his skeletons since he locked up in the cellar, and he never let them out no matter how much you'd yell. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. Daddy Dunn was a mighty fine fella. Out comes Speary 220, wise words from my daddy-o. Walk a block to the church, well he might say nope. I do think he would have made a great pope. I do think he would have made a great pope. I do think he would have made skiddly-eye-lee-lie, skeet scat skiddly-eye, dee-lie-lo, skeet scat skiddly-eye, my daddy-o, skiddly-eye-lee-lie, my do-do, skiddly-eye-lee-lie, my daddy.